Yo, have you ever had those moments where you're just like, damn, yo, I fucked that up for myself? Like, why in the fuck did I sabotage that for myself? And then all of a sudden you go down the rabbit hole of resenting yourself and make yourself feel guilty and having shame for your past decisions. Yo, you ever been there? I know I have. And here's here's one thing I'm gonna share with you. The shit is annoying to know that we have self-sabotaging mechanisms that we're so unaware of. But here's the thing, this is what we're going to be discussing today, boo-boo, is understanding the 3 reasons why we self-sabotage ourselves and our success and love and even our own fucking happiness. What is Gooch, you beautiful awakened ones? Welcome back on another episode on Embracing Ascension series with your homegirl, Brittany Fontanez. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I am an intuitive shaman healer. I am a psychic tarot reader. I speak about spiritual development, emotional awareness, and I do guided readings for each zodiac sign. And I talk about things I feel need to be talked about because our divine right to know more than what we've been told, boo. And we're outside right now in nature. I'm dead ass barefoot right now, and it feels so good to have my feet in some grass. Like, it feels fantastic. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm fucking tired. Like, these damn retrogrades. I feel like we're always in a Brittany, stop lying to yourself. You feel like you're always in a retrograde because you're always fucking tired. Just stop lying to yourself. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Always pointing the finger. Always pointing the finger. And well, this is how it intertwines with what we're talking about today with self-sabotaging mechanism. 3 reasons why we self-sabotage ourselves in our success, love, and happiness. Before we get into it, boo-boo, if you enjoy my energy, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button. I truly appreciate your support and trusting me on your spiritual journey. But if you want to know any of my business inquiries, book your own personal tarot reading or a healing session, all that info is down in the description box below. But let's get into this, boo-boo, because, you know, it's been dogging on me this whole entire year that has just passed. Like, not even this whole entire year. I've been examining my entire life recently and starting to recognize that, wow, what are some repeating patterns in my life? What are some repeating patterns in areas of my life that are causing the same results? And that's probably what you're currently feeling as well. You may be wondering how to understand your self-sabotaging mechanism. For one, how do you notice your self-sabotaging? You notice your self-sabotaging yourself by witnessing, are there any repeating patterns, habits that are causing the same results consistently? No matter if your environment changes, no matter if people leave your life, for some reason, things just seem similar, regardless if the face is different or the environment is different. Well, that's how you know that you are creating self-sabotaging mechanisms that are causing and preventing your actual success, actually receiving love, and also just feeling happy overall. So let's get on to this bubble. Yeah, I'm wearing sweats today. My hair's all over the place, but I feel good. Yo, when I was walking on this trail, I saw the most beautiful neon orange butterfly, and I was just mesmerized by it. I just felt like a fucking little kid. And all of a sudden I just started thinking about how magnificent and clever this universe is, to the point I started thinking about how like I was even looking at a tiny dragonfly, like a baby dragonfly, and I'm just amazed by it. Like, wow, the universe can make something so tiny. Like, even like when you look at baby's feet and fingers, I'm just like, that's so tiny. That's so cute. Like, damn, universe. Damn, you're so intelligent. You see the beauty and everything. I don't know why. I'm just amazed by how beautiful and intelligent the universe is. And I'm so amazed at how it not only intertwines with creation, but it intertwines with our growth. And this is why I feel what I'm sharing today is the most beautiful thing to know. Because when we could become aware of our self-sabotaging mechanisms, we can actually become aware of how beautiful everything that has prevented us from our happiness is actually here to actually guide us towards our happiness. I know it's so paradoxical, but let's be real. Let's be real. This is how the universe works. It's an ebb and flow. This is why the infinity symbol is always in a cycle, repeating cycle. It's because everything balances itself out. So even though you may be areas in your life where things are repeating, causing the same results, and you're starting to witness, like, damn, what is it? What's wrong with me? What is it that's preventing me and blocking me from my happiness? And being aware of this is a beautiful thing, because you can't change what you're not aware of. So when you start to become aware of who you have been, then that gives you the opportunity to witness how this is going to help you and who you want to be. So let's get into 3 reasons why you self-sabotage yourself in your success, love, and relationships. Let's start with success. The reason why you sabotage your success is because you are consistently comparing yourself to other people and undermining your capabilities, meaning you lack trust in yourself and your abilities. Now, here's the thing when it comes to success. Now, we live in a very, very success-oriental driven society that has embedded within us that we need to strive for success, to the point when we reach a goal, we're not even satisfied, because we're always questioning, what's the next big thing? Where do I go next? Because of this, we undermined our capability of how far we have come and how much we have learned. And because of this mindset, we still don't even know how to trust in our path and trust in ourselves and the reasoning why we went through all what we went through when it comes to success, opportunities, and jobs and career and all of this. Now, here's another thing that's very interesting I wanted to add to this. The reason why you could self-sabotage your success. Now, for example, say you want to be financially free and you want to be financially independent, self-reliant on yourself, which is a very beautiful thing. I'm very grateful that I can do that. And, everyone deserves to live this way. Everyone deserves to live this way. So I started to even recognize in myself that, I could have literally been a millionaire years ago if I allowed myself to. If I really allowed myself to, I could have been a millionaire years ago. But this is when I started to realize recently, why is it I haven't gotten to where I wanted to go? And this is what blew my mind towards my success. Is because, one, I didn't trust in my capabilities. It's not because I didn't want to, it's because I feared my power. And secondly, I came from a household where the hustle and bustle was always in the works because of survival. And because of this, I always had this underlying belief that I will prevent what has happened in my childhood and my adulthood. And because of this thought pattern, I was still holding on to the belief of that trauma happening. And because of this, I started to witness that anytime I tried to go towards any opportunities or create anything, I will procrastinate. I will hold myself back. I will prevent myself from trusting in myself. But instead, I doubt myself. And it's because even though consciously I desired this, subconsciously, it was like my inner child telling me, if I desired all of this, then I will be alone at the top. And I wouldn't have anyone who loves me. I wouldn't have anyone who respects me or who appreciates me. And I had to really get down to understanding that, I was still holding on to a lot of traumas from my past failures, from what I've seen my parents do through their own little accomplishments. My dad had a very successful car business, but he said it was getting too much and he quit. But now it's very successful because his friend took over. And I'm just like, that right there intertwined with my own limiting beliefs. Even though I consciously desire something, subconsciously my heart wasn't wanting it, because it thought that very thing was going to prevent me for what I really wanted, was to connect with people, connect to the world, to create communities. So overall, everything I'm sharing with you is to understand that the reason why you are self-sabotaging your success, your opportunities, is because you have this underlying belief that what has happened in the past will reoccur again. So it's like you're trying to prevent the past from happening, but you're still holding on to that vibration of that trauma that is still going to create the same results. So how do you stop sabotaging your success? Is by one, giving yourself permission to realize that you have something special just like everyone else. You may be in the same niche as someone, but what do you bring to the table? That is your work. What do you bring to the table? It's not about what you don't bring to the table. It's about what are you going to bring to the table. Because sabotaging is just a way for us to prevent our own personal fulfillment. Subconsciously, we don't even know that we're doing this. But when you start to witness repeating patterns that are happening in your life, then you need to start challenging yourself. You need to start challenging the beliefs, the thought patterns, the emotions, the actions that show up, and change them. Alchemize them. Witness them. Be aware of them. But how are you going to transmute to create a different action for a different result? So it's all about being aware of the patterns and also learning how to challenge those patterns by creating new ones. And that is the beauty of the growth. That is the beauty of the setback to the growth. So it's all a part of the process, you guys. Now let's get into the second reason why you self-sabotage love. Now this one has been a very big eye-opener for me because, I've always been the type to always get what I want in relationships. Not meaning that, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was very toxic. I didn't know how manipulative I was, narcissistic I was. I was very toxic when it came to relationships. But what I mean by I always get what I want, I always got a beautiful woman, I always got a beautiful guy, I always got people who were sweet, people who showed up, and sometimes I didn't, because I got reflections of myself. But I started to recognize how I sabotaged every potential relationship in my life. Now, when it comes to friends, I have no problems with having friends. But when it comes to relationships, I started to really recognize that I would self-sabotage relationships by one. When someone would give me love, I wouldn't know how to receive it. Now, when I always forgive people, and also when they do something wrong to me, yeah, when I always forgive people, and there will come a point in time where I want to stop forgiving people, and all of a sudden they keep coming back, and I keep, clearly stating to them, I'm just hurting. I'm angry. You're not understanding what you have done to me that has hurt me. And in that process, I started to realize that I had a hard time forgiving. I had a hard time accepting. I had a hard time actually understanding and listening. And I realized all of this was leading me to sabotage relationships to the point I wouldn't text that person back, or I wouldn't call them when I feel like it, or I wouldn't reach out, or I wouldn't put in effort. I was very selfish when it came to relationships. But I was so unaware of this. I was so unaware of my toxic patterns and habits that were preventing loving and healthy relationships. And so I started to witness that the reason why that we sabotage our relationships, not only with myself, I feel like this is for everyone, is because underneath we feel like we aren't worthy of someone's love. And here's the crazy thing. The reason why you sabotage your relationships is because you believe the type of love you're seeking is the correct type of love. And I'm here to tell you, the type of love language that you have, I'm going to be honest, is not really your love language. The way you learn love, you learn from your parents. So the way your parents taught you love is the way you think love really is. So this is why you're sabotaging your own success when it comes to love, is because you're loving the way your parents love. And here's the thing. Majority of us, our parents have distorted perspectives of love, because majority of us are getting into trauma bonding relationships to the point that we allow people to ghost us and come back whenever, or, we allow them to talk down to us whenever, or, we believe that even though it hurts, we believe that is their form of love. So it should be accepted. And majority of the time, all of us as kids have experienced such trauma when it comes to our parents that we start picking up the thought pattern of thinking, oh, this is love, so this is what I got to accept from people, to the point we choose people that don't choose us, or, you know, we pretty much do things that don't serve us when it comes to relationships. It has in, like, when we want a new relationship, we're still holding on to the narcissistic ex or to the ex because we feel bad for them, we feel sorry for them, da-da-da-da. Or here's the thing, let's be real, let's just be fucking honest. The reason why we sabotage love is because, one, we don't feel secure in ourselves, and two, we don't feel worthy of love, and three, we feel that our love is sometimes too much. And lastly, some of us believe that love only comes with pain. That's the reason why we sabotage love. Is because those reasons, as in thinking love is painful, my love is too much, I'm not worthy of someone's love. All of these reasons are the reason why we self-sabotage love. Now, how can we stop sabotaging love and allow ourselves to receive it and give it? Is by, one, witnessing. Really honestly witness, what is your definition of love? Really ask yourself that. Because we think what we desire in a partner, what we desire in love is healthy. But you really got to get honest with yourself. Is this a healthy form of love? Because if you're only seeking love from someone else and you're not really analyzing how you're going to show up in a relationship, then that is a clear sign that you need to observe how you see relationships and how you see love. Because it's very, very important to observe how you show up in relationships, just not how the other person shows up. So, honor where you are in your journey when it comes to love relationships, but be real with yourself. Be real with yourself. Because sometimes we have such a delusion vision when it comes to love. And you got to be honest with yourself. Is what I desire in love what I picked up through a trauma, through a perception, through opinion of another person, through what my parents have showed me about love? Because here's the thing, nowadays we're starting to witness that family love, let's be real. Nowadays, family love is them telling you, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. I had this incident with someone I was talking to recently, and she decided to get the, what's going on currently. If she didn't get it, her family was not gonna invite her to, any events. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Or even same thing when, you start your own online business and all of a sudden your family is like, why don't you get a job? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And, that is their form of love. But here's the thing. Love doesn't have to be tough. Love doesn't have to be mean. Love doesn't have to be painful. Love can be healthy. Love can be true. Love can be something you can trust. It's just a matter of, what are you believing in love subconsciously and consciously, and what is your vibrational frequency around that? Meaning, what is your emotions around love? Because how you feel about love is what you attract. How you feel about love is how you see yourself as love, and that is how you attract that same love on the frequency that you are. So that is the second reason why we sabotage ourselves in love, is because we feel like our love is too much. We feel like we're not worthy of someone's love, or we believe that love only comes with pain. There was a fourth one, but if it's not showing up, it's not showing up for a reason. But that's the second reason why we could be sabotaging our success when it comes to love. Now, let's get into the last and final one. Hello. The third reason why you could be self-sabotaging your happiness as well. Well, bitch, who are you listening to? Who is you listening to? Stop listening to your parents. Stop listening to your friends. Stop listening to the news. Stop listening to fucking tarot. I'm not gonna lie, I used to be like that. But, oh my god, it feels so good having my feet barefooted in grass. Yo, you guys, if you don't, just do this. Oh my god, it feels so good. And the sun's right. Perfect moment. All right, what was I talking about? I'm tired. I just all over the place. But so the third reason why we self-sabotage our own happiness is because here is the most mind-blowing thing I have witnessed in my own experience, and I feel I'm not the only one who feels this. It's because we believe that we're separate from the whole. And if we believe that we're separate from the whole, then we start thinking that everything outside of us deserves happiness but us. What kind of fucking belief is that? It's crazy. A lot of us have this belief. We have this belief that because of what we've been through, because of our past, we believe our past is what life really is. We start to believe that our past is our identity. Let's put it that way. We believe the past is our identity. So we believe what has happened in the past will always keep reoccurring. And we always think that we don't deserve any happiness, we don't deserve any love, we don't deserve the best or the better, even though we desire it, we don't deserve it because everything else outside of us deserves it. Because there is, let's just put it this way. This is where the lack mentality comes in. We believe that this universe is not abundant, so therefore I just happen to just be thrown onto this planet and forgotten. That's how we think. That's how we think. And that's how we start sabotaging our own happiness, is because we believe we're not worthy of it because we went through suffering, so we have to continue that suffering. Because if I faced it, then I believe I deserved it. You see what I'm saying? And this is how we sabotage our happiness when it comes to friends. Like, for me, for example, you guys, for a very long time, for years, man, I would go hang out with friends. I would go hang out with my spouse. I would go hang out with my family. And for some reason, I felt so empty. Just like fucking empty. Like, I didn't even enjoy my times ever. I would just like be with people and I felt like I was missing something. I never understood why. And then I would go home and I'll feel so empty and I will cry and I'll feel so lonely, and I couldn't understand why. And it was all because I thought I wasn't worthy of anyone's love. And it's because when I was a child, I was pretty much treated like a slave by my sibling. I was pretty much called something was wrong with me by my parents consistently. I was called fat once I was born. So, and consistently since I got older. And I was just picked on and bullied, not just from people in school, but from my own family members, my own household. And, you know, I was always serving, like, oh, my mom will only say I love you when she needed something. You know, my sister would force me to do things for her. It was like I had no say. I didn't know who I was. I didn't have no rights. And I grew up believing that I always had to give, and I wasn't deserving of receiving. And this caused me to recognize that, wow, I'm sabotaging my own happiness because of my belief of thinking I'm not worthy. Because since I grew up not given the love and the nurturing that I needed, even when I asked, even when I actually seeked for it. So that's another reason why we could be sabotaging our own happiness, is because we think we are only worthy of suffering and not deserving of that happiness. Now, the way to stop doing this to yourself is by recognizing, are these really your own beliefs? Because here's the thing, you guys. Our identity is very flexible. We can change who we are every single moment. We could change how we think, how we feel, how we act. Every given moment is our opportunity to change. But the way to really allow this change to take place is by witnessing. Is this identity you are who you really are? Is this who you really want to be? And if it isn't, question, where have you picked up this way of being? And that's when you got to go down the family line. That's when you got to go down your past. That's when you got to give yourself the courage to see your own bullshit too, and to be real with yourself and to say, wow, I was on autopilot because of all these subconscious beliefs that I picked up as a child and these projections. So really, the way to stop sabotaging your own happiness is by witnessing that the past was the past, but it doesn't mean it defines who I am. It can help me become who I am meant to be instead. And witnessing, how can you allow that to be a benefit? How can you allow the past to be a benefit? How can you allow the suffering to be a benefit? I'm telling you guys, I've done nothing but suffer majority of my life. Emotionally, just emotionally. My face, you can never see it. I'm a fucking Capricorn. I'm good at shit as hiding my emotions. But underneath, oh my God, I struggled. I suffered emotionally. And the way that I was able to stop suffer is by recognizing that all that I went through was not because of me. It wasn't because of me. How my parents treated me, how people treated me, it wasn't because something was wrong with me. It's because they couldn't understand me. And you know what that means? I'm just motherfucking special. Boo boo, you special. So if people don't understand you, if the world don't understand you, don't abandon you. Learn how to understand you. Learn how to love you. Learn how to reparent you and nurture you again. Give yourself what your parents neglected to give you. Give yourself what you feel a spouse should give you. And give yourself what you feel that you deserve from the universe. And therefore, boom, bada, bang, you will start literally going down layers and layers and layers of the blockages of those false beliefs and start just hammering them bitches down and be like, you out, that's not true. You just start changing everything. And you guys, this is the beauty of growth. This is the beauty of the journey. It's not about getting to a destination. It's not about becoming someone. It's about literally going through the journey, going through the hardships, going through all of it, and witnessing how much of a blessing it is to know that you went through all that shit, and recognizing that you went through all of that because your purpose was recognizing the strength that you had within you all along to create your own joy, your own happiness, your own success. And not only that, I'm gonna leave you guys with this. The reason why we self-sabotage is because we find that is our sense of control. But that's a false sense of control. It's a false sense of control. Now, how do you stop trying to control? How do you stop trying to control the prevention that you're creating for yourself from your own happiness, your own love, and your own success? Is by witnessing that you don't have to try to control, because control stems from trying to change, and control actually stems from fear, and fear stems from you thinking you don't have power over something. You're not here to have power over what you have been through. You're here to understand your power that you have in creating something new away from what you've been through. That's the power. So, beautiful beings, that is 3 reasons for me why I feel like we self-sabotage ourselves in our own success and our own love, life, and our own happiness. Now, if you want me to do another video like this to go more in depth on any more self-sabotaging mechanisms, please let me know your feedback in the comment section below. I really would love to know, because when we can help each other bring clarity to each other's lives, we could really help each other heal. And when we start changing ourselves, we start changing the world. So other than that, you beautiful beings, if you have any ideas on what you want me to talk about more in depth on this topic, please let me know your feedback in the comment section below. But if this video does help you and assist you and bring you clarity in life, well, please hit that like button, boo boo, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification button. Make sure you don't forget to hit that subscribe and that notification button. But other than that, boo boos, if you want to know any of my business inquiries, all that information down in the description box below. But until then, you guys, I love you so much. I appreciate you so much, and I really hope this helps.